I'm a cat now?
The day he made up his mind to fly.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. And that's, that's where he fell. I'm guessing that wood table was to replace the glass one, too.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Like what?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
As any parent would do? I'm good. That was a bit too airy. There we go. A key. I presume that's what's next. 'Cause I don't know what else would be. If I find those things down here, I'm gonna be
Mom
sad.
said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the heck?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
What?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter built like a freaking dungeon? What the heck? No wonder why the room upstairs was cleared out. Like the one with the sharks in it, the very first room we went into, that was his room. But it was cleared out because he moved down here.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Alright, we're playing as him now.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Having a routine?
Having a schedule, living for today.
I mean, I suppose that's
I
fair.
always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005.
whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
What? He built a basement to his basement of the house? What is this? It's like a...
I know it's out there, somewhere.
What the heck? What's out there?
Whatever killed Barbara,
Yeah, it's a person.
Molly,
Oh. This is about a lot more
and
than that.
Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Family curse?
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Can I... Huh.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year or a month or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun.
Oh no. 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 As soon as he goes outside, he just gets hit by a frickin' train. What? He just got
Matthew
hit
died
by
in
a train.
'96. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
This is just like
I'm
Death
sure my mom was
Simulator.
trying to protect me.
What the? Well, I guess let's go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Probably a lot.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Damn. He did die. Right here. To a train. This was also like a lot more. Like, what happened to this place? In Walter's dream, wasn't this all like land? What happened? Were they living on freaking Pandora, and then the continents just decided to split in 2005? Is that what happened? Why are there chairs in the tree? What the heck? There are chairs in the tree.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Who? That's the other thing. Who? God, they made it out here. Damn you!
And the history you're a part of.
What the heck? Why? Why? So those were like tiki, or like yeah, no, tiki statues.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think people in these stories believe them, for what that's worth.
Anything over here? No. Just a cool view. That is a really nice view. I want to know what happened to this island. Oh, so those just light up as you walk. Okay.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
No. So, dude bro died, I think it was Calvin. He died like right down there. Is this where the tree is? Swung this tree too much. You can even tell, it looks like it's wrapped around the tree. That's insane.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Just gotten used to it.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, that is a very true point. Who would finish building the cemetery before the house? And
It's
I'm guessing that's where we're
embarrassing for me to
going.
admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
That's a lot
3
of
the
pets.
gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
That's a lot of pets. Derpy and Derpy Jr. Scotsy. Bub. Oh, they have like little symbols to mark what they were. Bob was a dog. Shadow a cat. Christopher the fish. Oliver a bunny. Lucy a dog. Daisy unknown. Charlie a cat. Some more with symbols that aren't named. A frog that has a name knocked over. Doghouse for Bailey. Doghouse for Scotsy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
A cat! A cat with wings. Died 2 days after her 10th birthday? The rocket. Sven with the saw. Edie with the books and letters. Walter with the hole in the wall. Barbara with the star. She died on her birthday. That's sad.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Edie and Sven, and then Odin with the house.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's what that is, isn't it? Which is weird because all this was land and there's a train. So I don't know how that works, but
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
house.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory Finch, 1-year-old, nearly 2. Sam, Gus. That's a cool name. This is honestly
She
going
lost
back
2 of her
to
brothers,
the
just
comment
like I did.
chat made
I
earlier.
get why she tried
This
so
really
hard to
is
protect
just
us.
death simulator. Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
He probably died. Being real. Sanjay Kumar. Lewis Finch. Yeah, I like how he just has a crown on it instead of like something like everyone else.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Surprisingly, but yeah, it seems like Mother wanted that. I know I wouldn't want that, but
But looking back on it now,
cat territory.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
22 weeks pregnant. Yeah, I'm climbing trees. What the heck?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Did Sam make a new room? Is that what this is?
They were both pretty intense.
What the heck? So that's why Sam's thing wasn't in there.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Reasonable. You could tell by the type of room decor he had. Who's K? That's what I want to know. What the heck?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? What? Am I gonna?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Photography
Just be careful.
simulator.
The camera's older than you are.
Something specific.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
I don't know what it wants me to take a picture of right now. I feel like there's something specific. The way they do the shadow for the trees is actually kind of cool, like the backdrop.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you...
Hey!
That's a keeper.
A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No. Maybe
Last time I was
I
with my
find
brother
it funny to photography you.
That was a great trip.
Oh,
Your grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail with deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Let's see. Is it?
I'm just taking all the pictures, I guess.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Don.
Shot a deer.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oh. Oh, Lord. he got bucked off the edge by the deer. I guess that explains how he died.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I'm guessing Dawn was my mom. That just makes the most sense. The game is saving. Do I go this way now? It was definitely still alive, that's all I gotta say. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. I'm just gonna walk around. Maybe? Still don't know who Kay is, by the way. That's a very interesting moon. I get the feeling I go this way. I don't know why. Okay, maybe not. There's gotta be something I missed. Ah, there it is. He had a entrance to the walls. Which is weird because he wasn't
After
a
Sam
kid.
died,
So,
my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot.
oh no.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Kay and Sam divorce. This must have been one of their
You're
kids.
Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
The heck?
Watching over Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, Susan. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Floating ducks.
I wonder what he saw. lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds.
Huh.
But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night. I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
This is indeed very, very interesting.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Yeah, no, it's just it's the curse of the Finches.
I'm sure it's happened. I keep wanting him to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Dang. Drowned in a bathtub, just enjoying his life. Frog. A baby drowning while pretending to be a frog, I guess. That scene was actually kind of fun to play. Gus looked like he was 13.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
The wedding was
Our
a bad
father
idea.
Never hit us kids, at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh. Yeah, it's this thing. This is what he was trying to build. What am I supposed to be doing right now?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I know.
That's how I do it.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Dang, the kid just flipped him off. Whoa.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Everyone's inside the tent now.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Make the music louder? And there's a storm outside?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Dang. Rip
She never
Gus.
talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Yeah, so her
At the
mom
time,
is done.
It was as far away as she could get.
The Bible. The
Religion
Holy
was another
Bible.
thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
The Holy Bible.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
What happened to Sanjay? Fly to India. Meet with relief rep. After school teaching. Stop volunteering. Huh. Oh, wait, no. Let me go out
My
there.
mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Oh,
Louis
nice.
was born a year later.
Louis was born in India? Oh no.
When
I
my
think
dad
we're
died,
going to find
I
out.
don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Yo, I
And
got
see kids in
plants.
the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Huh.
But it didn't last.
As nothing ever does. Our family history, fact or fiction? Across scientific method, observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. Hey chat, is this correct? Did they correctly put this up there? It sounds correct, but Edith, Barbara, Molly, Sam, Calvin, Gregory, Odin, Sven, Gus, Lewis rules. I'm guessing Milton never made it here.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
There's gotta be a way. Yep, there it is. That's a cool little structure. So Milton was an artist of sorts. Door with... I'm guessing that's supposed to go down. This is kinda dope. He does really good art. I need art skills like that. Oh, it goes up, not down. Up. Bro, this guy was like an art expert, and he disappeared at like what? Like teenager? He was young.
Milton Finch in
The magic paintbrush. Man legit became a magician through art. I love that.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Well, rip Milton.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Man, it's got like a boathouse. But we're going to go ahead and get this started. Need to figure out where I am. If I could stop dropping my phone. Alright, so... Oh, I did not want to leave. Am I being forced to leave? I don't want to leave. I don't know if I ever finished
Lewis's
Luis's.
room smelled very, very familiar.
Ah,
That
we're
part
just
of it.
starting over. Gotcha.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Just like he died in real life. Poor guy. At least he finished high school, though. Give him props for that. This is really sick. Like, I kind of wish I lived in a boat in a forest. Like, this view is actually sick. Oh, I can zoom? Why didn't I notice that sooner? This man loved his marijuana. Right? Legalize Mafujuan. Mafuan. That's funny. I think we're redoing Lewis's mission, which is fair because I never finished last stream.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, right, I had to multitask this.
I asked him to describe
Forgot
it.
about that.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
No. How'd I go the wrong way?
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Can I go that way? Nope. No.
And
This
things
is a
with
lot
little
harder.
hands. He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, God.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
A red carpet.
But he found something more.
This is a... Oh, and it becomes 3D. I forgot about that. This is a very
I worried about
trippy
him
mission.
then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Oh, God. This
It
is
seemed
actually
very
really hard to
promising.
manage.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
A doggo. I got a pet doggo.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis.
No,
Hope.
dog.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Literally. Bricks.
Then he made musicians.
That just follow me everywhere.
And songs for him to play. He talked about starting a band.
I got every
He was always
instrument and every
humming
person.
Every day his imagination imagination grew stronger.
I like how they carry
He no
around
longer
a
spoke at
sliced
the camera.
fish. That's kind of funny. The sliced fish.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor,
And one.
and he won.
Yep.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game.
Oh god. Oh, why am I still chopping?
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Quite literally. Like, this is consuming more and more of my screen.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Go away, mother.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
And it lets you choose, which is
Handsome
kind of
queen.
cool. I don't understand why they hadn't included a guy there, though. But I don't care enough to talk about that.
the queen was on her own quest for
Nope, nope, nope. There we go.
radiant rainbows.
No.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar.
Sitar? I thought that said guitar.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained
Oh
sound.
god, I can't see the cannery at all anymore. Hey, come back,
He knew
Cinderella.
the world was all in his imagination.
Why do I got 3 now? Stop giving me more fish. Please. I'm playing a 3D imaginary game that I can't see.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
She just booked it. Like, she ran, dude.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Why did my stream do that?
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salad, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
What? Where am I? Am I back in the cannery?
He began to forget the world we know.
The
I think
cannery.
it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him.
I don't think
Even
you
after
can,
he said
ma'am.
he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Lewis, don't do it, man. You aren't even picking up fish anymore.
The palace
Lewis!
would be packed with his companions.
I could walk forward, but why would I want to do that? That guy's joyful.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting him.
Oh, wait, and who? The cat! There's a cat! Molly. Molly! Oh yeah, because they got a cat after Molly died. And named it after Molly. Meow! This music's loud. What the heck?
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh. Oh god, no. I don't want to turn into a fish. I don't want to be a fish.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
No. I don't want to be a fish.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah, this was like really close to the end of the game. A lot closer than I realized. Is there a secret, like, way I can go, or do I gotta go back that way?
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
I take it the exit sign tells me I need to go this way, so... Oh, that way works. I thought I thought the door went out, not in.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Is this Mom's room? Mom?
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. until supper when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
No, Grandma Edie. Am I back in the...
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Valid?
When my mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh, I get to go in the library. It's extremely dark. It won't be for you guys, but it's extremely dark for me.
What you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
She's not wrong. It wasn't going to.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story.
I don't think it's because of her stories, but...
it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
The night I was born?
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Surely you kept going straight. I don't know if I'm going straight
Turned
anymore.
around.
I don't know if I'm going straight. It probably manually turned me around. Which is... Oh. Oh, God. That was... that was me walking into whatever that is. Oh, my Lord. This way?
I started seeing things.
A deer? Just go this way. This way will save me.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Oh, there it is.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
A bed,
That night,
chair,
a lot of things came back to me.
a bunch of
Or
furniture.
maybe I came back to them.
Is this a car? I can't tell. No, that's like a cabinet. That's a bit small for a car now that I'm thinking about it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I
This
climbing?
journal was supposed to be for you,
What am I doing?
but now I hope you'll never see it.
A
I just
bit
thought
late for that, I think.
and tell you all these stories myself.
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose that's
I
fair.
guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Aw.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Damn. Damn, what? That's it? That's the end? So wait, that was the kid exploring the house? No way. Oh wait, no. No, yeah, that is the house. Damn. So we've been playing as her kid. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. Wow. I mean, a lot of the storytelling for this game is just so good. I mean, going through the stories of each individual character and going in depth about the family history and the background. They did such a good job at it. I mean, going through the different ages and everything, like the older people, like when we played as Sam hunting with, I think it was Dawn, Edith's mother, and he ended up getting bucked off by the deer. Versus like, because I think it was Gregory, something like that, the baby in the bathtub. Or even like Molly and Calvin and their stories. Like each story was unique in its own respective, and just had so much creativity behind it. The scenes were immersive, and like some of the scenes, like Calvin's with the swing, it was just like, wow. They hit hard with some of these stories. And it was just, this was such a cool, thanks Joanne, I like that. This was just such a cool game to play, guys. I had a blast going through the story and being able to go through and see all the different stories, see the different art, go explore the map, like being able to do all these things. It might have been a short game, like it was only really 2.5, 3 hours long, but it was such a good game to play. I had a blast with this one, guys. Hopefully you guys can go check it out for yourselves and just be able to play and feel as immersed as I did when playing this game, because it was such a good game, guys. Like, I had a blast doing this, and I think you guys will too if you guys do go check it out for yourself. Like, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this first video for the stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and end this Let's Play video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video when you guys are there. Peace out, guys.